is from the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup.
Go!
And, on the bus station from Osnabrück, Germany, we have the A2 caused the hold-up and the rescheduling of this race because they, like some of their compatriots, were caught up in the industrial action in Calais overnight and didn't arrive till the early hours of this morning, and were spared their early start and allowed to slot themselves into the schedule now, and they are taking on the London Oratory School. Germans in the predominantly red rowing vests, furthest from us and with the early advantage.
So I think this is the first time the London Oratory School have qualified for the PE. So this is, if I'm correct, quite a historic moment for the school in stepping up its rowing campaign. So, you know, for the athletes, this is a great experience to be able to race at Henley, being able to experience it and put your best unit together to come out to this, you know, this established event is a big thing for the school. So, you know, that's a massive celebration in the first place.
Yes, it is for London Oratory. I wonder, it's nobody's fault, these things happen, but I wonder how disruptive to London Oratory it might have been to find out at the last minute that their race had been rescheduled through no interest or fault of theirs.
I think, it certainly can be, and if you're preparing for a certain time and you've gone through your sort of routine, depends how close to the race your preparations are, particularly if you started to do pre-race warm-ups or actually start, you know, building up, and maybe if you got down and put your boat on the water. And I've certainly been in races where, for a number of reasons, whether there's equipment failure or there's a last-minute crew change, maybe because somebody's ill from the opposition. You have to be adaptable. I think you have to be flexible, particularly with your attitude. You can't be too constrained in how everything should plan out, because ultimately, you know, most things don't go to plan. Actually, one thing I've sort of learnt over the years is you know, the best crews are the ones who learn how to execute and deal with it in the last two weeks leading up to a race, dealing with some of these unknowns, and they always come out, particularly with big races. There's always things you never plan for. It's about just sort of dealing with them as they come along.
I was hearing earlier today that Ratsgymnasium Osnabrück have had the privilege of racing, or at least training alongside the German national 8, which would have been a great thrill for them, a source of encouragement.
Yeah, you know, to have that sort of opportunity, the German national 8 is a fantastic outfit. They have the British crew, fortunately, the last 3 years, I think, has turned them over more times than the other way.
He said with a smile.
It's always, particularly the last race in Italy, was very good, very good. But the Germans, they're the first international 8 to really understand how to consistently win 8s at the top level and turn those results over again and again. So many times we see, particularly in big Olympic events and big occasions, just crews turning up and getting it right that year, or maybe even that season, but not having that consistency. And the Germans are the first time they do that. So to be able to compete and race, or even train rather, with the German national 8, you know, it's a very good outfit. You know, this is an example of probably that feeding down. These guys are certainly rowing very well, very composed, mature, just letting the boat run in between strokes very easily. It's a nice loose rhythm there.
The cox there, Caroline Dunning, whilst keeping the tempo and remaining vocally focused, permitting herself, in the face of it, a little glance over to the bank to drink in some of the atmosphere. She certainly doesn't have an eye for the buck station, and the London Oratory, who are now quite uncomfortably distant from their perspective.
Yeah, I think at this stage it would be hard to see the Oratory moving back, but you know, it's never nice rowing in wash. I think it's always good form to, if you do get far ahead, you know, make sure you give the other crew some space. I think she's just moving back over to her side of the river just to make sure that it's not washing the crew down. But again, it's just nice looking back, maybe have a look over, enjoy taking a look at the crowds, some of the people in the tents with the pims. That's probably where they'll be, well, probably not actually, if they're going to be competing tomorrow. Hopefully she should be. Maybe for a drink later, but nice easy rowing for the Germans.
Yep, that's Gymnasium Osnabrück, who won the Student 8s at the Essen Student 8 Cup, one of the landmark events in the German calendar. They've come over to take part in perhaps the landmark event in the British Regatta calendar, and they have made their mark, crossing the line quite substantially ahead of the London Oratory School. We follow them in now.